Fellas, we have time for just one more segment. And of course, this is our jam of the week. Can you hear the majestic flutes raining out over the Magic City? This is, of course, Marshall Tucker Band with their classic Woman Done Me Wrong song from 1973. Oh, can't you see? Can't you see what that woman she been doing to me? You guys know this tune, right?
I do love this song. You better believe it.
This is
Marshall Tucker Band on their first record. The two hit songs are both about packing up your shit and leaving. Take the highway and can't you see? I want to find a freight train all the way to Georgia.
It's so old person on the porch. Lord, what that woman done to me.
Oh, yeah. And this song is still very popular. We're looking at 56 million views on this one, 8,092 comments, and y'all, I read every goddamn last one of them.
Why did you do this to yourself?
I have a dead worm in my brain, Chris.
I'll explain now. Please continue.
I am now wanting to get my brain looked at because of this.
My frontal lobe.
So let's get down to these YouTube comments for Marshall Tucker Band. Can't you see? First
what that
up,
worm has done to you.
Leonard Jones from 5 years ago. This song always reminds me of the gold digging bitch who cut my heart out with a rusty butter knife in the early 80s.
Next round's on me.
I mean,
I will say this about every time you go to a quote. It doesn't matter what the song is. It's going to be Jimmy Crack Corn. That's the same comment. Some woman done, that Jimmy Crack Corn bitch left me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who cracked some corn and didn't care about anything anymore. Deborah?
Yeah, Deborah, who I used to run my corn farm with. Yeah, he's just getting mad about corn. This is very similar. Daniel Bast from 3 years ago. I slowly danced with my cheating wife one last time to this song. Then I sang every word into her ear and left her there. I was like, did you? Or is she buried in an unmarked grave, Daniel?
Yeah, have you ever danced with a she-devil in the pale Coors Light?
Under the neon moon.
Delicious.
This one starts out sad, but then turns kind of fun. Arc Raider from 1 year ago. I've been down this road and the pain is immeasurable. Even more so when it's a sexy witch lady who saved you from yourself, only to realize that she only did it for her own ends. Free at last again. Yep. Mean old woman never told me goodbye. And shoot, I do and did everything for her. But sometimes we just got to let them gypsies go, y'all.
That's right. She picked you up, dusted you off after your third divorce, got you clean from that demon drink whiskey, only to start forcing you to do heroin. That's right, buddy. She cleaned me. She saved me only to fucking destroy me.
Clean you up and then clean you out.
Chester White from 4 years ago. Hey, man, back then, music was music. The songs were right on the money. They had a story that was about you and how you were feeling about things. Young kids. It was awesome. We didn't have any worries in life. It was simple pedal to the metal. Well, you did have a few worries. Gas, oil, your girlfriend. Does she love? LOL.
Does she love?
Does she love?
Question mark.
Does she love?
Question mark. Not me.
That list is incredible.
Us.
Is she capable of love?
Like,
Gas?
is this woman a robot?
You look at the list. Gas, oil, which some could argue is sort of the same thing. That's like being like, yes, my primary concerns are gin rummy and go fish. And you're like, okay, man, we can just lump that into one.
Does not compute.
And
does she love? Does she love?
Does she love? LOL. Damn it, my gas-powered woman stopped working. She just doesn't love.
I mixed the gas and the oil like they told me to.
And now my woman's shooting out smoke and refuses to love me.
Listen, if you any listeners right now who are college age and under, I implore you, please develop a personality that has nothing to do with I'm young.
Yes.
trends tell me who I am. Because you will grow up to be the saddest. Do you know how much I reminisce with people about the music of my quote-unquote youth? And every single story I tell is happy. I do not have one story from an era of music I've experienced where it's just like they were making the saddest songs ever between 96 and 99. And those songs represented the kid. I felt exactly like what was on the radio about depression. Please
I cried in a bathtub to How Bizarre.
Find yourself, man. Get you some hobbies. Figure out who you are. Because, buddy, when you hit them 30s, when you hit like 36, the world stops making things for you. And you have to choose what to do. And if you didn't choose something in your youth, you're going to be like these brothers. You're going to be on YouTube, and you're going to be stuck in 40 straight years of terrible relationships, and all you've got to offer is to go on the saddest music you've ever heard and go, I relate to this.
Well, maybe this one's different. Joe Sloan 4 years ago. Kiss my ass, Tammy Leslie, you bitch. Let's all get drunnel. D-R-U-N-L.
Drunnel?
Let's get drunnel.
Right. Is that where you get drunk and use a Dremel?
I mean, K and L are right next to the keyboard. It's an understandable mistake, but it is fun.
He built the cage for Tammy Leslie.
Paul Martin 3 years ago. This is the epitome of Southern rock. This song, the amount of instruments, all of it. Like Walt Garrison's chewing tobacco commercial, I paraphrase, quote, I could take a pinch of this song, put it between my cheek and my gum, and I'm set for the whole bitch. Maybe I just never saw Walt Garrison's chewing tobacco commercial, but what's going on now?
Now I wish I had.
Somebody hug that man. He need a big brother, like a 6-year-old that ain't got a daddy. Somebody get this grown-ass man into the Boys Club of America and get him a mentor.
We've got a future director on our hands, Simon Day from 1 year ago. If I made a movie, I'd put this song in a scene where that girl that you once called your lover gets arrested in bed with your so-called friend while you're bombing down the highway with a drop top and that money.
That money.
Money.
You know what? If you know, you know.
If you know Simon Day personally.
The score.
That money. Do you love? That money? Do you love?
I got that money. Wink.
Deborah Starman from 7 months ago. Don't take too long, okay? I really miss you, baby. Are you working tonight? Babe, you're really skinny right now. Don't wait to see me until you're fat, okay? You're beautiful to me, but you will feel better with about 30 or 45 more pounds on you. I just don't like that you have been too stressed to eat. Just tie some ankle weights to you and you'll be fine. I'm like, she is fucking with this guy's head because she is telling him that he's nice, skinny, and fat. It's like, but you're fucking with this guy now.
What have you done, Deborah?
It's always Deborah.
Verbal Kung Fu from 11 years ago. I feel sorry for people talking crap on this song. They obviously were shaken babies with fetal alcohol syndrome, and they got Mooney Daddy issues. Only way to explain the not login of the song. It's like, verbal kung fu, drunken master. It turns out
Mooney Daddy issue, like the Asian cult.
Yes, the South Korean Christian cult.
Henry David Thoreau couldn't have written it better. His goddamn self.
Got a few more here, and these are stories without endings that all of them, these could be serial killers. So Mike from Clark County 1 year ago makes me want to go hunting humans, but common sense has prevailed. And I'm like, you're missing a ... for now.
He's reading straight off the liner notes from that song.
Yeah.
The 45, you turn it over, it says that.
If you feel like hunting humans, ain't a rational conversation gonna change that. He passed out is why he didn't do it. That's not.
Gary from Lord's Way Ministry 3 years ago. This was my life as a kid, and it carried over into this day. Only now, I ride my Harley. I ride out of town. I'm still the same man I've always been. Fair, honest, well-spoken, and a man you do not cross.
He thinks he's Lorenzo fucking Lamas.
Thinks he's Lobo from Superman.
He's the renegade.
Yeah.
He's the renegade of heart.
Oh,
But that also just
shirtless and high on a
But
motorcycle.
it also just feels like a sort of a confession. Like, do you know anything about the disappearance of these children? You're like, I'm a man you don't cross. Like, okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, she was 8. And,
Yeah.
If you could just describe if you've seen anybody.
Well, so this one, it goes straight to that point. Jason W. 4 months ago. And just imagine you're in a police interrogation room when he's saying this. So I was living in the middle of nowhere at the time. Baby mama left me. It's just going through some shit. They just disappeared on me.
Have you checked the archery contest in Chicago?
I seen these kids hitching a ride, and one of the group had a musical instrument on his back. So I hollered at him, "Hey, buddy!" He was hesitant and did not want to talk to me, but I got him over there. He towed it up and broke it down for me, and that kid jammed to this song so good. Wonder whatever happened to him.
That kid was Jimi Hendrix.
No, that kid was buried in the desert next to fucking Joe Pesci. This one is, I love the name, Head Dragon, David Austin Simmons from 3 years ago.
That's a clan.
Please be a dojo and not a clan. Please
He's
be
just
a
the
dojo
head
and not a
dragon.
clan.
He's the head dragon.
Yeah, I'm just a head
different-
dragon, y'all. The Grand Dragon.
He's a KKK middleman.
Yeah, working my way up.
He leads a branch. He doesn't
Yeah.
lead the whole squad.
He says, God sends me mad movies for me to see. So I know I'm badass. I'm a god. He. I got 9 years till I die, and Enoch comes saying God wants you home because you have been killing people with your mind again. It's like,
Now
dude,
that's a two-worm brain
that
right
dude
there.
is dropping acid. He's dropping acid. It's 2006. He's dropping acid and getting movies in the mail from Netflix.
God
sends me
these.
these movies.
Yeah.
Bad movies.
Oh man, yeah.
I
God.
got disc 1 and 2 of season 3 of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. There's a message in it from the Lord.
Yeah. RSF 474 from 3 years ago. I was having a moment with a female. She was, to paraphrase Carter's joke, anybody who uses the word female should have one eye on. She was
a moment with the female.
She was kind of bullshitting me and stood me up when I was cooking dinner for her. But the thing that was ironic is I'm taking a walk to chill because I was pissed, and I had autoplay on YouTube, and then this song comes on with the dislikes being at exactly 666 and the comments being at exactly 333. I just had to comment because what are the fucking odds? I
Exactly.
was like, yes, it's not a yes.
Yes, it's impossible.
That was a message from God.
Fibonacci speaking to you
Yeah.
through your unfuckableness.
He created incels.
You know how insane you gotta be to have to take a walk because a woman cancels a date on you.
Well, I caramelized all these onions, damn it, and that takes time. I'm fucking furious.
These radishes are fully blanched.
Connie Watkins 4 years ago. You know what? People don't know how much fun we had to have fun. One of the biggest obstacles to fun nowadays is they took away all the swimming holes. They took the cool tugboat ropes in the little woods. It's all gone now. It's the damn Sam's Club. But they can't take our jams and the memories of the concerts where you could drink and blow as many joints and everyone had a great time with no fighting.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened to the con dog.
Dog.
Connie, you can still do all of those things.
You just have to
All
drive.
those things still exist. We call the swimming hole a creek now
Yeah.
because people live in cities.
Yeah.
Proper cities. And you used to live in a little town, and then it got annexed.
Yeah. They built a
something
Sam's
bigger.
Club on top of your hole.
But, you know, there's still places with the population under 2,000.
Oh, yeah.
You got all the swimming holes you fucking want. You can quit complaining.
Hell yeah. Go jump.
You can't blow joints. This is that woke shit.
Yeah. The woke agenda is taking over swimming holes.
Yeah, you know how like America's very anti-weed now. If you thought they were anti-weed in the 80s, I mean, they've got states where you can get weed legally now. Like America hates people blowing joints.
Now I know how to call smoking weed the proper way. Blowing joints. Hey, guys, want to blow some joints?
Yeah. And finally, Greg Park music from 1 year ago. And this is some inside intel.
I was just about to say, here comes
Marshall
somebody from Rolling Stone.
Marshall Tucker Band are nothing but a bunch of disrespectful loser drunks.
Shameful.
I was booked to perform on the small stage at our county fair. Marshall Tucker Band was booked as the headliner on the main stage. We were both scheduled to start at the same time, and 15 minutes after both of our shows started, my audience was packed. Every seat was full, standing room only everywhere, as far as I could see. And I am not a major draw. I know that. I'm just a local musician. My show was free. Marshall Tucker Band's was a paid show. They came off their tour bus so drunk and stoned they could barely play, and the quote-unquote singer couldn't remember most of the lyrics. From what I heard, almost 90% of their audience walked out and demanded their money back. I guess I should thank these fucking losers for providing me with an audience that wanted to hear a musician that respects the craft. And even though I'm not a national act, as they claim to be, I also respect an audience willing to pay for the show.
They claim to be.
Yeah, my show was free, but my audience, most of which had been their audience 15 minutes earlier, they got so much more than what they paid for. Yeah, that is what I was told repeatedly after my show. I almost want to say that I hope Marshall Tucker Band is proud of themselves, but in reality, I hope they're completely ashamed and vow to either sober up or at least never show their faces on a stage again. What a bunch of pathetic, disgusting loser has-beens.
Signed, Joe, better than the Marshall Tucker Band, Smith.
I was like, this is a classic example of you should be thanking them. That's a dream scenario.
Yes.
You know,
Like, you saved the day.
When your performance is at the county fair, ain't no motherfucking stakes. Okay?
No.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what the lineup is.
Yeah.
When or where you've been billed.
Yeah.
If we're at the county fair, everybody's on it. Even fucking kill
Yes.
of this shit is irrelevant.
Yeah. If the sun is up,
Ain't
everyone.
no beefing about the concert. This is like two homeless dudes fighting over a property line. You motherfuckers are performing at the fair. I don't want to hear shit. This is the lowest. This is lower than an open mic.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. None of this matters.
Yeah.
All of this might as well be a dream.
If the sun is up, everybody is way too full of funnel cake. If the sun is down, everyone's too drunk. Who cares?
But the Marshall Tucker Band showed up coked out of their mind. Forget, can't you see? Twiddly dee, what that
Listen,
woman.
it's the Marshall Tucker Band, but not the Blind Boys of Alabama.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
It's not, Pavarotti. It's fine.
If you think a motherfucker in a mansion has a reason to get coked to the gills,
Yeah.
let me tell you, a motherfucker who's now headlining a fair,
Yeah.
they full of all the drugs.
Yeah, they're full of all the drugs. And the thing, like, I guess,
Nobody's happy to be there.
like,
You got to take something, take the edge off.
well, and the thing people forget about, like, this era and this genre of music is, like, for all intents and purposes, even though they had plenty of pop hits on the radio, almost all of these bands, Skinner, Marshall Tucker Band, they're all jam bands. So they can be shit-faced because they're just going to be up there for hours. It doesn't fucking
Who wants
matter.
to see fucking teetotaling rockers?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, yeah, what do you
There's
not
no
like
story?
Yeah, that's no
Not even Christian rockers are fucking not doing cocaine. That's
True.
pretending that, like,
Very true.
this comes with the lifestyle,
Creed.
bro. And again, I don't care about any of this in the first place because you're performing at a county
fair, yeah.
You don't get to bring a rider or point out some. The speakers aren't hooked up. Who gives a shit?
gives a
It's a
shit?
fair, buddy.
They've just come from a thing where they carved a butter into a cow. It's fine.
Killing it at the fair. It don't lead to shit.
Is that the name of my autobiography? Killing it at the
Killing
fair?
it at the fair.
At the
I need to
fair.
do a fair show first.
Killing it at the fair. Like I said, there's negative states.
Yeah.
Ain't no comeback. Ain't no getting discovered. You might as well be performing at your house cookout.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear no fucking discrepancies or disparaging what happened between artists at the fucking fair.
Oh, well, that is Marshall Tucker Band. Can't you see our jam of the week?
You overcooked my chicken nuggets, man. You don't get the fuck out my face. Ain't them hurt motherfuckers. This ain't no 5-star Michelin restaurant. You can't overcook or undercook trash.